So don't just put something in your ice cream. Make something and then put it in your ice cream. That makes sense?
Yeah. Fortunately, we don't have to make the ice cream in like few. So I'm toast some coconut flakes. We have to make mix-ins. I'm going to toast some coconut, make chocolate ganache, mix it into my ice cream, and drizzle some chocolate ganache on top to match the tropical theme of like pineapple and the cheesecake. Now I'm gonna work on my pastry cream to fill my pâte for my cream puff octopi. Half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and now I'm going to temper in my milk mixture into my egg mixture.
It smells delicious over here.
I made a cinnamon pastry cream.
Oh, wow. Cinnamon pastry cream. I don't see that very often. I love cinnamon.
Me too. And it'll also go well with no-bake cheesecake with pineapple.
That sounds amazing.
Then I'll add on my cream puff octopus on top.
You're making your octopus out of cream puffs?
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Thank
you. It's a perfect little round shape.
Octopus was one of my top choices.
Okay. They have a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Did you know that if you took this container and it was empty, and you put an octopus inside of it and screw the lid on, you could unscrew the lid and get out?
Whoa.
They say octopi are so smart that they lived as long as humans, they would be the dominant species on this planet.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They're pretty incredible animals. Right?
Yeah.
All right, listen, Ariel, good luck.
Thank you. Can I have a little taste? Good. Now I'm going to cover my pastry cream in cling wrap and let it chill. Okay, now I'm going to put this in the freezer.
Bakers, you have 45 minutes.
Alright, I have to execute the twist well, so I'm toasting some pistachios for my ice cream. And I'm making a ruby chocolate ganache. That and toasted pistachios are going to be my two mix-ins for my ice cream.
I think that's a very sophisticated flavor combination, and I love both of those flavors.
I'm making a raspberry curd. It's going to be put with a whipped cream, so it's going to be like a pink raspberry whipped cream. I'm going to check on my pâte choux. No.
It's burnt.
No. So my dolphin burned, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm really flustered because I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to finish.
Oh, jeez. My pâte choux just burned. My dolphins. They're a little burnt. Okay. Do you have any extra pâte choux dough and maybe remake them? And then just go with it, you know?
I'm really happy that I saved some pâte choux so that I can quickly pipe out more dolphins.
So I'm not going to use the convection oven this time.
I really don't want to be eliminated because it's so fun. I love baking, and I really want to represent Pennsylvania because nobody from Pennsylvania has won yet.
I'm going to make sure that my eclairs do not burn this time.
Hey, bakers, who wants to win that cruise vacation?
Me!
Hey, I'm a baker.
My blondie looks really good. I feel like chocolate is so good in ice cream, so I felt like chocolate ganache would be my best option. I want there to be like ribbons of fudge. I'm also going to make chocolate cookie buttered sandals on top. Now I am using my rice cereal treat to make my sea urchins. I'm going to cover them in pudding chocolate, kind of like a cake pop, and then I'm going to use sprinkles to kind of stick them in there to make it have that really sea urchin effect.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah?
Where does a killer whale go for braces?
I don't know. Where?
The orchodontist.
That's funny. Can someone help me? I'm too sure.
What do you need? That wood thing?
The wood board.
I got you.
Oh, just helping.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh,
You know what's nice about Kids Baking Championship?
yes.
This is the only time I feel tall. Ever.
Dad, what are you working on?
Italian meringue.
The thing that's difficult about making an Italian meringue
is that you have to time your sugar heating up and your egg whites coming to soft peaks.
Okay.
Because if you don't get that and your egg whites are kind of already whipped, then it can break your meringue. And if you add it too early, then it can just cook your egg whites.
This is underwater, so I'm just gonna dye my meringue blue and type some little waves of it. I'm making my raspberry coulis for my ice cream. I have raspberry coulis because I feel like it goes really good with lemon. And I'm making a lemon meringue tart, and I feel like it'll also be a nice mix into ice cream.
My tart dough looks really good because it's nice and golden brown how I wanted it. So I fill it with my lemon curd.
Okay, now my Italian meringue. Okay, that's stiff peaks now. I'm gonna use that to make the ocean look for the top of my tart.
30 minutes left.
I'm actually kind of excited for this twist. For my mix-in, I'm going to do a guava curd. Coconut will kind of taste good with my guava. So I'm doing some toasted coconut to go into my ice cream as well. Alright, my fish is going in. Time to put my tart together. So my curd looks a little bit chunky, but it tastes really good, so I think it'll be fine. I decided I want to make ricotta frosting because ricotta goes really good with lemon. I get ricotta cheese and butter, and I whip that up in the mixer. Then I add salt and powdered sugar and heavy whipping cream, and I mix it up until combined. I'm going to crush some graham crackers and make that look like sand. And then I'm going to different shades of blue ricotta frosting, and I'm going to do an ombre effect because it will make it look more like a real ocean and come to life a little bit more. My plan for creating my sea animal is to take my little sign that I got and trace the seahorse that's on it, and then cut out lemon sugar cookies to look like the seahorse. It's not looking horrible. I pulled that blueberry pie out of the oven, and now I need to get this thing cold. Thank you. I don't have a ton of extra time for a twist, so I want to make toasted pecan covered in chocolate. Fold these in. Nice. I'm making whipped cream for the top of my pie. Everything has to be perfect. Because it's for a cruise. I really want to win this challenge because my sister loves the ocean. We've all been wanting to do my cruise for a long time, and I think it'd be really cool. Brooklyn, what are you making for the twist?
I'm making buckeyes.
Ooh, good.
I'm making buckeyes because I'm from Ohio, and buckeyes are the candy we're most known for. A buckeye is basically chocolate-covered peanut butter balls. So I'm going to type peanut butter. Once my peanut butter is kind of chilled, then I'm going to dip them in chocolate. It was going to be sweet, so I need to add the crunchiness and the saltiness of chips and the pretzels. I get my bars out of the oven, and it kind of made it a little liquidy. But I think I can fix it. I'm going to crush up some speculoos cookies and put that over the top. Hopefully it will work with the consistency and make it thicker so it absorbs the moisture. Coconut buttercream. I don't think I have enough blueberry filling, but I do have enough buttercream to hide it.
The throne is yours, chef, for now.
House of Nuns Arena. Chefs battle to claim coveted throne. Culinary skills
The bar is here.
and strategy
Are you ready for combat?
I'm sending her into loose.
determine who will stay on top.
Actually on fire.
Sleep with both eyes open, chef.
I want that seat.
And I especially want that $100,000.
Brand new House of Nice. Wednesdays on Food Network.
I have been in the hotel industry for 15 years, but my dream has always been to open something of my own. We always were curious about Costa Rica.
We thought sell the house and just move.
So we bought this scary hotel.
Everything's on the line. We put up all of our life savings.
Oh.
When things go wrong, things really go wrong.
Another dream crushed.
We are bleeding revenue.
Everything has been a disaster.
Brand new Betting on Paradise, Saturdays on HGTV.
Let the betting begin.
I'm all
I'm going all in, all in.
The country's most elite chefs put their money and reputations on the line. In an after-hours game of culinary poker, you will create dishes based on the cards that you bet.
Can I taste your food?
Are you serious?
Look, without a knife.
Big stakes, wild twists, and epic kitchen throwdowns.
New series of Wild Card Kitchen. Saturdays on Food Network.
There is so much money at stake, so much on the line.
It's the Name Your Price tournament.
With turds chopped on its head.
The chefs will start with $10,000.
Ready to spend some money.
Before each round, you will secure your fourth ingredients in a live auction.
500.
900.
Any money you don't spend, you may keep, but only if you're the winner.
What?
Going once, going twice. Sold.
New series of Chop. Wednesdays on Food Network.
That's me, Dizzy Batrix. What I've learned is that expensive-looking designs don't have to be expensive. Luxury kitchen, fraction of the cost. The whole family's part of the business, and we can give each other a hard time.
Don't touch, come on.
If you got any questions, just Google. No, don't Google this. So we're taking all the secrets we learned to give you the home of your dreams.
Oh my gosh, I think we're in the wrong house. Brand new, Izzy Does It. Thursdays on HGTV.
On this ranch, the kitchen never rests. For her daughter, pasta with a touch of welcome back.
Pretty. Thank you. So cute.
For her sons, little trays of home.
Casserole for bride.
For her husband, a shake blended with care.
I know you like milkshake.
In Ree's kitchen, love is the main ingredient.
I don't know which of these dishes I love more.
New series of Pioneer Woman coming soon on Food Network.
Blondie's out. It's gonna be really good. For my mixin, I'm gonna toast coconut, oats, macadamia nuts. I'm adding honey to kind of give it like a natural sweetener instead of like sugar. And I feel like honey will kind of give it like a granola crumble.
What was that?
Okay. At least we got it out somewhere. Looks really good. My Blondie's gonna look like half like cinnamon buttercream water and half these kind of. I'm just gonna take some of these little wafer cookies, some of these salty little crackers. I'm gonna put these in too to make sand.
15 minutes.
Ooh, I am stretching my little tiny body. Okay, do you have a second? Yeah, these feel kind of raw on the bottom, are they? Or they might be a little. They're a tiny bit wet, but is it like a really fluffy cupcake? Yeah, it kind of is. Okay, so, I mean, it is pretty fluffy, just, I don't know, it's up to you. I'm getting a little worried. The cupcake is the main part of the challenge. It's too late now, and I need to build on my frosting. I'm making a mango jam because I feel that it'll be really tasty inside the cake. Just regular American buttercream. I'm going to add some cornflakes. That is so much like an ocean color. I'm going to dye half my buttercream light blue. Because if we go like more tropical areas, their water is like clear blue. I need to make my mix-in, which is waffle cones with white chocolate and toasted coconut on top.
8 minutes left. And we want to see your sea animals. See your sea animals.
Okay, I'm gonna call those starfish good enough. I'm gonna do some chocolate choke. Little dollops.
So I have my cinnamon pastry cream. I'm gonna fill it in blue. I'm sprinkling on graham cracker crumbs for my sand. So I'm dyeing some of my buttercream blue for the ocean, orange for my octopus. Now I'm piping some details onto the waves. I'm going to pipe on some eyes. I'm making my ocean buttercream. Buttercream looks awesome. My brownie kind of breaks into pieces. My brownie completely fell apart. The cool thing about brownies is you can kind of push them back together I'm gonna piece it back together, cover it with buttercream, and I hope that no one will notice. I think these are done. I want to fill my eclairs with raspberry filling because I love raspberries. They're a perfect mixture of sweet and tart, and it goes very well with chocolate. Oh, there's no way to fill this thing. You're absolutely no. There's literally no way to fill these. I guess I can use it for an icing. My panish is flat, so I can't fill it, so I'm just gonna frost it instead. We need to turn these dolphins into life.
5 minutes.
Ooh, that looks like good cream cheese frosting. This blondie is beginning to remind me of having lemonade next to the beach and paddleboard and stuff like that. If I won, I think my family would be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But my brother would freak out. He'd be like, we're going on a cruise.
I'm gonna make my sea turtles out of fondant because I have very little time on the clock left.
So cute.
2 minutes.
They're gonna be so nice.
So right now I am frosting my glue tank.
30 seconds.
Royal icing, lemon flavor. Put my sand right on the top. Now I have to add my crabs.
10 seconds.
We're making a tray because it looks kind of empty.
The energy is so tense.
This is so stressful.
We're good. We're good.
Hello, little dolphin.
Wave goodbye to this challenge.
And say hello to my mouth.
It's the pink dolphins.
Ocean and beach desserts with sea life.
And ice cream with mix-ins. Yum. Hello, Piper.
Hi.
Hey, Piper.
What sea creature did you get?
I got a blue tank. So I made a lemon bar with ricotta frosting and a shortbread cookie for my blue tank. And then I crushed up some graham crackers for sand.
Your blue tang is really cute, but the ombre of the blue is really nice, and you can sort of see the ocean getting deeper and deeper as it goes.
I want to go and dive into this.
That is a firm crust. Now, what's your mix-in?
A guava curd and toasted cookie.
Very tropical.
It's a little different from the lemon bar that I'm accustomed to. The flavors are great, but your curd is a little too thick.
The ricotta buttercream had that like very unique butteriness that ricotta has in a buttercream. It's really nice. But your ice cream is the star of the show. That combination of guava and coconut, it's earthy, sweet, and fruity, totally tropical. Piper, not bad today.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hey, Carly.
I got a crab. I made a white chocolate coconut blondie with Swiss meringue buttercream. I did a gum paste crab, and then I did some vanilla wafer cookies and some just regular crackers, and I crushed them up for the sand.
I love this beach. I want to go there. You know, the sand looks great. The color of your water, it's a little pale, but this is Caribbean water,
Yeah.
I think. Are you trying to say you really want to go to the Caribbean on that cruise? Yeah.
I like how you kind of played with the pastel and gave us like a really vibrant red crab because it makes the crabs really stick out.
Yeah.
I've never had a blondie with like salty crackers, so this should be interesting.
What was your mix-in for your ice cream?
So I made like a little crumble with oats, coconut, macadamia nuts, chocolate chips, and honey.
You made a granola, so it's good for you.
So I can eat the whole thing. It won't be a problem.
I have a feeling I'm going to start putting crackers on my blondies. This is so good. It is so nice and salty on top. And then the inside is just chewy and coconutty and buttery. These are magical.
Thank you.
And your ice cream. It's crunchy, it's salty. I like the little bit of honey because it gives like this like natural sweetness. You know your flavors, girl.
Thank you.
Carly, you are coming alive.
Thank you.
Look at this. This is great. Nice job.
Thanks, Harley.
Thank
Great
you.
day, Carly. That was delicious.
Yes. I could eat that whole thing.
Hey, Micah.
Micah.
So I got a seahorse. Today I made for you a blueberry pie with a whipped cream on top, a lemon sugar cookie seahorse, and then the beach is crushed up graham crackers with some shells in it.
The way that you piped your whipped cream, it looks a lot like water.
I really wish we could see those seahorse cookies. You put so much time and effort in them. I wish we could really see them. But hopefully once stuff, cuts those slices, we can kind of see it a little better.
Yeah, I can see the shape. Definitely a seahorse in there.
It kind of held up. Okay.
What did you mix into your ice cream?
So it's a toasted pecan dipped in chocolate.
This is great.
Thank you.
The seahorse cookie that was drowning in the water. It is so tasty. It almost has a similar texture to your pie crust. It's very buttery, salty.
Yeah, really good crispy pie crust. A lot of salt in there. And really solid blueberry flavor.
Thank you.
Thanks, Micah.
Thank
nice
you.
job.
Bye.
Hi, Carter.
I got dolphin. I made a butterscotch brownie with some vanilla buttercream for the waves. And then for my dolphin, I made cashew cookies with raspberry curd cream.
I like your piping of your ocean. It has a lot of movement. But the brownie, it is a little funky.
It did kind of crumble a little bit.
Hadashu cookies. You made flatashu.
Yes, it's flatashu.
Flatashu.
Yeah.
Look how fudgy that is.
There's butterscotch chips. My mix-ins for my ice cream is I made ruby chocolate ganache and toasted pistachios.
That's a lot of ruby chocolate and pistachio. So, I would say it's a little too earthy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one delicious brownie.
Thank you.
It is nice. You got a good crispy part on the top. Really gooey in the middle. It's a skosh sweet. There's a good amount of sugar in here. So I think you can dial that back just a little bit. Your dolphins, not ideal. They're stretchy, kind of bendy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carter.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya. Hey, Ella.
First, I know you like blondies.
One of my favorite things in the world, yeah.
Yeah, I love blondies too. I respect your opinion. So I made blondie with cream cheese frosting and rice cereal treat sea urchin. My mix-in is chocolate ganache and chocolate sanddons. It was a ganache and I put a little bit of cookie butter in them.
Interesting. Yeah, you made a truffle. What's going on over there?
All that cookie butter just exploded in my mouth and everything is getting stuck to the roof of my mouth. That's good.
And it's nice because the ganache, as you mix it in, like really firmed up because it's in that cold. So when you're eating the ice cream, you're getting all these little crunchy bits and they're really chunky.
Your sea urchins, they're so cute and so round. And with the sprinkles, they make it really, really cute. But your blondie, the white chocolate, and the buttercream is too sweet. Some salt would help that.
Got it.
Thank you, Ella.
Bye, thank you.
Hello, Aria.
I got sea turtle. So I made for you guys a cardamom cupcake with mango jam and some vanilla buttercream on top. It is supposed to be like waves crashing right on the beach. For the turtle, I used some fondant, just put in some gold, and I used some edible markers and just went over the grooves. And I had little eyes.
You could have made all kinds of different kinds of turtles. That is 100% a secret. The color of the water is really nice. The coconut palm is really cute. That was a nice touch. The leaves, I think you need to water that plant. It looks a little sad.
It's a bit wilted.
Yeah, a little wilty. For something like that, I mean, listen, it's cool. And the fact you got it on there is amazing. But it's a little more planning if you had rolled out your leaves nice and thin at the very beginning of the bake. Then, at the end, you would have been able to lift them off and they would have been stiff enough. They would have held their own shape.
Oh.
Yeah, totally. But if I had to get stranded on a desert island, that's where I'd want to be. Because I would be eating cupcakes with turtles all day long.
Oh, thank you.
But when I look under the buttercream, your cupcakes, they look a little blonde. We shall see.
What's your mix-in?
I did toasted coconut and a waffle cone and coated it in some white chocolate.
Oh, Aria, you gotta bake your cupcakes longer. They're not raw. but you just sort of want that extra caramelized, kind of crispy edges on a cupcake.
But that mango gelée is so good. It tastes loads of mango. I don't taste much cardamom. If you're gonna put cardamom in something, give us